Let's pick it back up though in terms of positivity. Let's go to topic 3. Probably a short one. But I finally watched Pulp Fiction, everybody. Wow, cult classic. Pulp Fiction came out, I don't remember, 19 something. 90s. Finally gave it a try. It's been on the queue, the watch list for a while, but Lady and I watched it Saturday. I think so. I don't know. Watched it this weekend. And I know I said this was going to be more positive. I had a great time with it. It was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I'm confused why it's so popular. I'm going to be honest. So something I've heard about Tarantino movies, which made me think as we were starting this film, is like, doesn't he jump around timeline wise a lot and like sometimes shows past events before the previous events, and like he hops around from character to character? Sure enough, yep, that's what we did. He showed the ending of the movie, or at least elements of it, at the beginning, and then at the end we kind of wrapped up those elements. I kind of like that. I kind of like the messing around and hopping around from this POV to this POV to what took place in what order. Kind of like that aspect. What I was scratching my head at was similar to the last topic with the Fall of Porcupine story, was the conclusion and wrap up of certain stories. It felt like we had a lot of build up for certain characters, and then either the conclusion just didn't hit or it didn't feel like things fully finished. So I think I'd say there's 3 main characters in this. So there's, oh boy, why did I even try and think of names? So there's Samuel L. Jackson's character. There's Travolta's character? Yep, oh boy, I can hear the comments now as you're typing them. Oh, what the fuck? You don't know that guy? Yeah. So yeah, you got Samuel L. Jackson, you got Travolta's character, and then you got Bruce Willis's character. I would say those are the 3 main characters in this whole shtick, okay? So you got, hold on, let me look up the characters' names before I get eaten alive. Okay, so you got Vincent and Jules. Thought so. So you got these 2 who are like hitmen for a bigger mob boss who, I don't know how he's a mob boss, but he's kind of like the kingpin of this area. Everybody's scared of him, and you know, he's got a lot of clout and whatever. So they're working for him, they're carrying out hits, and they're delivering some package that is his or that he wants, whatever it is. So you see the kind of relationship between these 2 guys. It's funny, they got a good relationship, they get along very well, they're, you know, joking around with each other. I couldn't think of a better term. So you enjoy them a lot. You get their relationship, and then from there you kind of get these other stories. So like Bruce Willis is a boxer prize fighter who works with the big kingpin boss, and he's supposed to take a dive at a fight. Turns out he doesn't take a dive in that fight, and then he's running away from Kingpin Man, right? With big money because he bet on himself. Okay. So those are the main characters, those 3 gentlemen. And then it hops around where you get a moment where Vincent is taking out the wife of the Kingpin guy, Uma Thurman's character, and they're out on date night, and drug stuff happens, and trouble afoot, like a little short story there. And then you get a short story with Bruce Willis's character where he's running away from the Kingpin dude, and he's got this relationship, and they're going to run away to Kentucky. I don't remember where it was. Tennessee is where it was. They're going to run away, but then they forgot something, so then he's got to go back, and then he runs into the Kingpin guy, and then they get into shit. Let me tell you, that took a turn. So they get into their own shenanigans. And then you get this story where the hit that Jules and Vincent went on, they barely escaped out of there alive, and Jules thinks it's like a miracle, and he's like a god man now and a religious dude, and he's like, I'm gonna give up this life of crime. And he's like not a holy man, but they get into trouble of killing a guy accidentally in their car. So then Quentin Tarantino shows up in his own movie, and then they got to clean a car, and then like it's just these short stories essentially in this weird thing. And I'm like, it's all intriguing. I'm just really confused. Like, nothing was like super duper funny. Nothing was made super duper sense or got like a good nice wrap up bow. Like, Vincent ends up getting killed by Bruce Willis's character. I think his name was Butch. Like, just lickety split, just there. He gets shot. Jules, we see him have this big prophet moment with the robbers we meet at the very beginning of the film, but like we don't see where he goes after in life after this or preceding this. And then Butch ends up helping the Kingpin and then escaping. I assume he just went on to a better life, and then the Kingpin's just going to be like, muhaha, behind the scenes doing his own thing. Weird, very weird. I enjoyed it, but I'm also like, I don't know why this is as popular as it is. Like, it's a cult movie kind of thing. I don't know. It's a good time. It was weird. Maybe it's just the style of the hopping around from point to point. I don't know if it was just the obscurity and absolute randomness that this movie sometimes throws at you. Like, Christopher Walken's in there at one point talking to Kid Butch about his dad in the war and how he smuggled stuff up his... And, like, there's that. And then there's the Kingpin Butch shenanigans and the trouble they get to. And, like, that's a curveball I didn't expect. And then, yeah, the OD drug stuff with Vincent and... Uma Thurman's character, just all very confusing. Like, narrative. Whoa, way hard turn curve over this way, and then we get back to the narrative, but then it doesn't have these nice, neat brackets at the end. It's just like, here's fun short stories where you get to peer into these people's lives. Okay. I don't know. But yeah, just wanted to quickly, because I'm sure that was real short, quickly rant and rave about Pulp Fiction. If you can enlighten me about why this is a big cult phenomenon, I'd love to hear it. It was very funny to see the looking around meme in real time. That was fun. But yeah, I mean, glad I watched it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know. But everybody, this has been another episode of the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast. My name is Bret, aka Enigma9011, and you can catch this podcast live over on twitch.tv/Enigma9011. You can drop a follow over there. You'll get notified when we go live. You can join the chat, join in on the conversation, and join in on the fun. But if you can't catch it live, that's A-OK. It is put over on YouTube and broken up topic by topic and put as one big video and MP3 as well on podcast services the very next Friday. But if you can't, did that. If you want to support, any way you can support the show, likes, subscriptions, reviews, shares, anything like that. Anything you could do, it may seem small, but it does help the channel grow. We would love and appreciate you for it. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the topics. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.